welcome to another edition of Jim Fixes Things. Sort of. I say sort of because I'm not really a handyman, and if I fix anything, it's kind of a miracle. This channel is basically just for those of you who want to be inspired to get outside and try something maybe you haven't tried before, or like to see people fail. That could very well happen here. Those of you who saw the episode where I got a truckload of dirt and filled in this, where it was all barren and wasted, now has grass. What I need to fix today, see this little stuff that holds the grass seed in place? See that little netting? That, according to my wife, has to come up. And she started cutting it out, which was pretty painstaking. And I, like the husband I am, said, don't worry, honey, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow has come, so I've got to pull this stuff up. See? But I don't want to pull the grass, so I'm going to try, like she did, and cut it. And yes, I realize 10 snips are probably a bit of overkill, but why not? I mean, after all, if they can cut through 10, they can cut through this stuff, right? Sure. That stuff's really down there. Wow. What's weird is it looks like grass or straw, but it's not. It's some kind of thing that I thought would break down, but evidently it must take a long time if that's what happens. Before I get into that, though, I want to show you some things I built that I didn't get a chance to put on video. I know, my wife ordered them done now, so who was I to say no? This is what I did. Those of you who watch our Off-Ramp Adventures videos know that Vanessa planted this garden to nurture monarch butterflies, which is coming along swimmingly. But we have rabbits that like to eat the flowers. I had to take care of that, and I did it thanks to Lowe's. If you take a look, you'll see a circle right here. I started off with these plants, then she decided the other 4 packets of seeds that she spread out here, which was probably 4 billion plants, had to be encompassed too. What I did, I went down, got some dowels, cut them. I had a 24-inch fence, so I cut the dowels at 34 and put 10 inches into the ground, which made it a pretty darn strong little fence. Some zip ties, voila, we have fencing. What's really funny is when you watch the rabbits, they are so frustrated. They want in to get those flowers and they can't figure it out. They can't go under it. They can't go through it, so they just sit literally and stare at it. Job 2 that you missed. This used to be a Rubbermaid kind of brownish tan color. My wife decided that was a little bland since we were going to keep it. We thought about getting rid of it. And she thought, let's just paint it and do something interesting with it. So with some white plastic paint, it's not really plastic, but it's sticking, so I'm happy. And she's got some adornments. It's now a kind of cute little ultra tiny home. By the way, this is our ultra tiny home guard cat, Metalhead. And if you watch the Jim Fixes Things episode where I put this fireplace rack together, you can see it's still holding up. Came up with a way to keep the wood dry outside. Used a cheap $10 drop cloth. I mean, there were 3 for 10 bucks. Some bungees, and we're done. Does it seem like I'm putting off tearing up that stuff over there where the grass is? Because I think I am. I've got to hand it to my wife. She was out here pulling and prodding and cutting, and she pulled up a lot of this, and I still have a lot left. And I admire her for just taking it on. And today, like I promised, I have to finish it. There's the 10 snips. And I left them somewhere. And I found them. Dang nabbit. I'm trying to see how much of this I can pull up without hurting the yard. Look at wow, this stuff is in there. Grass has grown right through it. I may have to cut this. But oh wait, some success. Turns out if you pull it slow enough, it evidently comes up with a little bit of fight. I think I can handle this. Turns out it might have been a good call on my wife's part to pull that stuff up. She said, I think some of that grass is being killed by that covering. And look at it. You can see some bare spots still there, so yeah. You can tell nothing's grown, but at least we've got some kind of grass growing. Some kinds, better than what it was. In case you can't tell, this is where the rain drains. That's where our sump pump drains in. It's interesting, the little critters that have these holes. You might know what these are. We had trouble with voles, not moles, but voles. Look at this. That's all wet and looks like it was just made. What is that? What makes this? Do you know? Put it down in the comments if you would. I'd like to know. There it goes. The last of it. Oh, wait. One more little batch. And leave it. And, oh yeah. My 10 snips that I didn't need. This is what I mean. When you don't know what you're doing, overkill right here. This cuts 10. I pulled this up by hand. So, yeah. A little hot. Summer today, I think it's like 95 before the day's done. And even though I did overkill over here, I don't care, because that's what this channel is all about. If it inspires you to go out and do something that you haven't tried, worst you can do is fail, right? Or then again, might succeed. Well, it kind of looks like another job is done. Not a big one, I understand, but a lot of you might be wondering, what is the deal with these white socks? Kind of go with my $12 Velcro shoes, don't you think? Yes, I said Velcro shoes. It's working in the yard, nobody cares. We have a lot of ticks, that's why I've got the socks on. Actually sprayed with the DEET stuff. I've been attacked by ticks this year, I don't know why, but it's crazy. Tired of it. This is a project I need to do. I need to take the covers off this thing and start it. Why don't I do it? We have a, I guess, 2.5 car garage, because if you get both vehicles in here, you've got just enough room to squeeze that against the wall. When you get it against the wall, it takes like 10 minutes to get it away from the wall, then 10 minutes to put it back on the wall. And you're thinking, you've got a motorcycle. You're complaining. No, I'm not complaining. We've had it like 20 years, so I guess after a while the newness kind of wears off. But I really need to get out and ride this thing sometime. No, my wife Vanessa wants to. Maybe I should start it. What do you think? American flag. Put that back over here. And we have 2 blankets. Found out every time I uncovered this black motorcycle, I kept thinking I have to wash it. Turns out though, I found out from an old biker, just keep it covered up. And if it's not covered, just dust it off. It's not dirty, it's dusty, and you know what? It works. And this is what I use, ceiling fan duster. It's a little dark because not only do I brush the motorcycle off, I tend to wash the engine with it. Move them over. Right there. In case you're wondering, my wife has the truck today, so I've got this side of the garage clear, and again, no excuse not to start the bike, and maybe even sweep the garage on this side. So yeah. Here we go. Sneak it in and out. I probably should think about actually taking it out and riding it. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Get the fluids flowing. Here we go. This is how long it's been since I've had it out. I got leaves all over it from the fall of what year? Not quite sure. Okay. Put on the gas, the key, pull in the clutch, little choke. That's not good. This is hard to put that kickstand down with your $12 Velcro shoes. And in case you're wondering, yes, I have a charger. Well used charger. Over and over and over. I don't know why I don't just take the thing out on the road and ride it. Well, there's the box for it. Anyway, what did I do with it? This is starting to look like an episode for our other channel, Off Ramp Adventures. No, it's not going to be in there. Where did I put it? I thought I would have put it in these old lockers we got at an auction. My wife loves auctions and we buy stuff that we probably will never need, but these were so cheap. She always wanted lockers. Not doing me any good right now. Wait. No, not it. Aha! My wife moved some stuff. We had some things we got rid of. We had a junk day, and she had to make a place for the stuff we had stored in a piece of furniture we had out here. And so we're using a leaf bag, and that's where she put the charger. Now to find my set of Allen wrenches. Guys, don't judge my toolbox. I have a mishmash of tools from 1970 on in there, and they mean a lot to me when I can find them. If I've got this right, I think I put them inside the house in this toolbox for whatever reason. Yeah, there they are. I need a triplicate set of everything. One for in here, one for out there, one to have somewhere I can find it. For those of you who don't ride motorcycles, I need the Allen wrench to take off the battery cover, which isn't that bad, just hard to do with one hand. Gotta put the camera down, sorry. Once you found the right one, it's simple as sticking it in, twisting, and twisting. There we go. I'm not gonna make you sit through all this. Screw comes out, and this comes loose, and there's your battery. And if you ever get a motorcycle, do not lose this. They're hard to come by, even at the motorcycle shop. I don't know why. Come over here, plug in the, something on there. What's that? Some kind of something schmutz on it. Plug in the charger and connect those. Find a place to hook it. This is the bad one. There we go. This says we're charging. Okay. 0%. It is dead. So what, 3 or 4 hours? Yeah. Will the $100 battery you just bought charge? Will it run again? Find out in the next episode of Jim Fixes Things to see if Jim truly did fix things. If you like this episode, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and check out our other channel, Off Ramp Adventures. We get out, go check out interesting places and events, and have a lot of fun doing it. As they say in the South, I'm fixing to see ya next time.